G'day guys, WestAussieFirefighter here, answering your questions from my Discord server. If you want to join, the link is up there. It's a different setup. I'm no longer standing against my curtain anymore. I've got a new desk, so actually the place in front of the curtain is well taken up by my corner desk. And on this episode we're wearing the fire rescue stuff, just the jacket and the shirt. So yeah, just a bit of a change up from the other ones, and yeah, but the questions are still, well, actually, the channel is still about bush firefighting because I can't do videos on fire rescue stuff. So the first question comes in from Connor. Why do you see light attacks at Perth or Freo Fire Station? He's talking about career fire rescue for Perth and Freo, and he's talking where light attacks. He means light tankers. Now, light tankers are our the Toyota Land Cruisers. I was going to say Hilux, but no, the Land Cruisers. So yeah, basically they're the ones that trail. If you go around the city and you see a fire rescue urban pump, if you see one of those around Perth, chances are you will see a light tanker trailing behind it, and that's for every brigade, not just Perth or Freo. You will see light tankers everywhere because they do help out. Apart from having additional water source and crew, I honestly don't know why we've got them. Why can't you just send 2 pumps? All right. But yeah, it's like more or less like access on jobs. You can get easier access. They're 4-wheel drive. All right, so yeah, that's that question. A bit all over the place, but she'll be right. Next question comes from Jordan. What sort of medical training, if any, do you receive in BFB at VFRS? BFB, you get your basic. Well, you should have. You don't need it, but it's good to have your basic first aid training. For VFRS, you need your senior first aid, which is all your CPR stuff. But for BFB, it's just your basic, bandages, burns, and snake bites. Definitely snake bites. You do go out to places where there are snakes, especially for where we are, like in the middle of summer. If we got a bushfire and it's really going, and it's in a pretty crappy area, there will be snakes. So that, and yeah, but your first aid, your senior first aid for VFRS or FRS in general, and just try to get your basic first aid for bushfire brigades. Next question from Mini Modder. Sorry. Yeah, well, Navy Man too. He's nicknamed himself Mini Modder because why did Fireman Sam inspire you to become a firefighter? Is that question not self-explanatory? He helps people. I want to help people. He wears cool uniform. I get a cool uniform. Drives cool truck. We drive cool trucks. So it's just like job. The job is very rewarding. Excuse that. I'm going to put that one on silent. Another one from Minimoder is, what age do people advise you / what age was I when I started becoming a fiery? 17 last year. I had wanted to do it for some time before that, but 17 is when I actually decided myself that I want to get into it. So yeah, 17. Next question from Aaron. How difficult is it to get your driving under emergency conditions ticket at your brigade? I don't know. I've never done it. I can't drive any appliances yet. I have to do my on-road and off-road driving, which I need to get my license for. I need to get an MR license before I can start doing that. If I want to get into the career fire rescue, I've got to get a HR license, so I'm working on it. But yeah, I don't know how difficult it is. I just need my license. I only need to do 2 courses. You'll have to come back to me on that one when I've got it. Another 2 questions from Mini Modder. There's 4 questions from him. 5, 6, 7 questions from him actually. This the next one is, how hard was the defense training? Not really that hard. There were some aspects of it which you had to kind of sort of ask questions and try and get your head around it a bit more, but no, it wasn't too hard. So for bushfire training, you got to do your intro to bushfire fighting, and then you got to do your introduction to firefighting, then your bushfire fighting course, which the intro is a 1-day course, your bushfire fighting course is a 2-day course. Then for FRS you got to do those 2, plus you got to do your external, internal, BA, you got to do your RCR, your casualty transfer, manage injuries, so all that there is things. So these 2 for your bushfire, and then you got these ones for fire rescue, plus there's more on top of that. So there's and then every 6 months I think it is, you got to do your BA refresher course. You can't have any of this. You can have that, you just can't have this. So that'll be going soon. Other question, well, the second question for this block here is, did you get the question, why should we get this job to you? No, it's a volunteer role. They're not hiring or firing. You just join, you sign up, and they'll take you on. You've got to have a good attitude about it, and you've got to make sure that you turn up to meetings. You've got to turn out to so many jobs per year. You got to actively engage with the crews and that. Otherwise, you will get booted out. But as long as you've got a good mind about it, you've got a good attitude. You turn up to meetings. You turn up to equipment checks. You turn up to training things. You turn up to refresher training. And you go to a certain amount of incidents per year, you'll be all good. So yeah, just don't say you want to sign up and then you just kick back and never ever show your face. Don't do that, because you guarantee you won't last too long. From Hass 727, what qualifications / competencies did you find physically exhausting while doing the training to obtain them? None yet. I haven't found anything too exhausting at the moment. It's fairly easy as volunteers, but when you step into the career side of it, that's when it becomes a whole 30 levels more difficult. It's just like, you hit with everything, and yeah. But as a volunteer, you kind of get the basics of what career guys get, but there are still some parts of it. I think myself, the BA training will be the internal structure firefighting, and the breathing apparatus ones will be the most exhausting for me. I think I haven't done them yet, but yeah, those ones will probably find a bit hard. But as for the moment right now, I haven't found anything too bad. Another one from Mini Modder is, how many times did you have to apply? Just once for both, because you don't apply, you just put your name down and you sign up for it. You don't actually apply. But yeah, just once. From MH90 Taipan Samsung Fridge, what was your favourite part of the training to join DFS? Oof, goodo. The recent one was casualty transfer. So when you turn up to road crashes, and you need to get people out of vehicles, the casualty transfer side of it is not cutting. That's RCR. Okay, that's road crash rescue training itself. That's a whole different course. But a prerequisite for that is casualty transfer, which is just getting people out. So you're focusing on using a longboard to get people out of a car. This is after you've taken the door off, or if you're doing a rapid extrication, or if you don't need tools and you just need to get them out. So you can get people out the back window without taking the roof off, and yeah, you can get people out the side of a car without taking the roof off or doors. You can get people out of the front. You can get people out of the car very quickly if their vitals started going down, or if their condition is changing to a more severe case and the ambos want that casualty out. You can do that without taking the roof off. But yeah, it's always good to do that. So we don't always need to chop up a car at a car crash. That's just more time and more resources that we're utilizing when you can get them out, just out of the thing. But two main things we need to remember is to maintain spinal alignment, because at every road crash there's always potential for a spinal injury. And the other thing is minimal body twist. And you can get people out, like I said, you can get people out of cars without taking the roof off and still maintaining spinal alignment and minimal body twist. You just got to learn to do it. But that part was probably my favorite part of the training. And yeah, it's definitely quite surprising of what we can actually do. Yeah. Another question from Mini Modder. He seems to have a knack for asking questions. What has been the most heart-wrenching part of being a firefighter? I haven't witnessed anything yet that has taken a toll on me. It's just sort of a bit daunting to know that there'll be a time where you will see a deceased person. It's a bit daunting, especially for where we are out in town. We get a few crashes out here. We're not called out to too many of them, but the ones we are, there's always that potential that there's someone that it is someone you know. Like, yeah, because our town is pretty small, so everyone knows each other, you know, and there's always that sort of thing when we get a page for a road crash rescue. There's always that sort of sort of sinking heart feeling that it might be someone you know, which is always a bit sort of makes your mind race. But at the moment I haven't seen anything that's made me sort of step back and just think, wow, you know. Through bushfire service, no, I haven't seen anything. No, I haven't seen anything through the bushfire service that makes me feel the same way. But yeah. Another one from Hass. Do you find Bart to be useful when turning out to incidents and or whilst at an incident? Absolutely. It's much better than an old texting SMS service. It is much better than that because you can see who's going. You can see that the time that the incident has been active, and you can make comments about the incident, either if you're at the incident or if someone has some more intel about it. Usually that's communicated via radio anyway, but you know, just for the thing, Bart. So we get a Bart message. You can hit whether you're going. The other button has different meanings for different brigades. For the two brigades I'm in, they have different meanings. So you can hit accept for you're going. You can hit decline for you're not going, or you can hit other, which for our bushfire service means that emergency only. Like if crap hits the fan, you need more people, or if there's a crew change that needs to happen, you can hit other the first pager to tell people that you're not available at the moment, but I mean you are available, but only for emergencies, you know. So emergency being a crew change, or if there's not enough people turning out, then yeah, people can see what each other's response is. So if I hit other, if I got a call right now, I hit other. Other people in the brigade everyone else in the brigade can see my thing, and they will tell me if they need me. and then if not, then just keep it as other. But yeah, definitely very useful, turning out, because you can see who's going and people will wait for you if you are going. For fire rescue, if we hit other, it means we're going straight to the incident in our car. So chuck the others. It's sort of been a bit refined now that because I live 20 minutes away from the station, so the chances of me getting to the station and then being able to get on the appliances to leave is very low. The appliances are usually gone before I even get 10 minutes down the road. That's how close everyone else lives. So the other for fire rescue means that we're going to the incident in our own car, put my stuff on the pump, I'll meet you guys there. So we can do that, and that's what that is. And then yeah, Bart is also good for letting people know of training. So you can put down like you know, training this Saturday at so and so. Training is going to be focused on these points. Please respond with your attendance. And then you've got green or red. We don't usually hit other for that because there's no definition of other in that instance. But yeah, so we got green we're going, red we're not going, you know. But yeah, Bart is definitely a great investment. Another one from Aaron. Have you driven the light tankers? If so, where? I've never sat. Actually, I have sat in the driver's seat. That's only for equipment checks. But other than that, I haven't driven it. I've rode in it a couple of times to training, but yeah. I mean, I can drive it. I just can't drive it operationally, and I've got to put P plates up. Last one from Minimodder is, what are the cards you're writing in your POV bushfire video? So, just referring back to this point in the first video, those are T cards. So on your T cards, you got your brigade name, your brigade appliance, you've got your cell call number, you've got your registration number, and then you've got everyone who's going in that vehicle. So the first one's going to be your crew leader, so that's the person in charge of the crew, and then the other ones are just sort of in order from driver around. So that was that. Thank you guys for watching. If you see smoke or fire, don't hesitate to call 000. Generally speaking, if you see an unattended fire that looks like someone's in a bit of trouble, or that, definitely give us a call, and well, we'll be there. But yeah, thank you guys, and stay safe. We don't want to be turning out to your car accident, so please don't touch your phone, don't fall asleep, don't drive drunk, okay? Because we have to deal with it in the end, okay? So thank you guys, have a good one.